Marriage truly, if you look at it closely enough, if you look at the discrepancy in the typical traditional marriage, it's a big liability for women, especially women who are still working outside the home. Not to mention the women who are working in the home and with the narrative still not considering those work that you take care of in the home as work. And we consider, when we consider the motherhood penalty, when you consider the pay gap that happens because you had baby or babies and you have to take time off to breastfeed, to nurture that baby until such a time where that baby can start eating on its own. We talk about postpartum depression. We talk about the struggles, the anxiety of a woman going back to work or however that looks like, the anxiety of looking for a nanny or a helper at home for you to be able to free yourself to take care of things at home, or you're carrying that baby in front of you, at the back of you, while you're doing work. But yet the man still doesn't view the work you do within the home as work, taking care of the kids as work, your time, your energy, your effort. And some of these men, once you have a kid or two, they start to switch up. They start to cheat. They start to mistreat you. They start to distance themselves. They start to mismanage the financials. They start to accuse you. And they're flying monkeys. And if you separate or divorce, that trauma doesn't stop there. They stop supporting you financially. They become very entitled. They don't care about the kids. A lot of men who have kids, especially African men who have kids, just to prove to the world or to their bros that they can indeed make babies. But once you separate, you can't tolerate it anymore. Your we just can't tolerate it. They will show you Pepe. Some of these men will leave your children and yourself in the desert without water. They will stop checking on the kids, following the parenting plan. They stop showing up for the kids. They start to remotely try to control you, threaten you, do everything on earth to make your life miserable, unless you take up and leave and go be with in a different state, a different country, and just start your life all anew, which how many women can do that, especially when you're considering finances and support from maybe friends, your village, your family members to help with the kids so you can normalize your life to some degree. But these are the things that we talk about when it comes to the penalties that come with marriage and eventually having children with a man who you might say, just pick right. But a lot of times it's not about picking right. Sometimes you might think they show up correct. And once you get into it, once you marry, once you have kids, most especially, is when they start to show their real colors.